U.S. car sales are showing major gains thanks to low interest rates and falling gas prices. But Volkswagen sales are plummeting in the wake of an emissions cheating scandal. Last month, VW sales dropped 25%. Executives for the automaker say the dip occurred because they stopped selling nearly 500,000 diesel-powered vehicles in September. The company pulled cars that contained illegal software that tricked emissions tests. The software was designed to detect when a car was being tested in a lab to activate an eco-friendly mode, which temporarily lowered the emissions of nitrogen oxides. Joining us now is Mike Spector, reporter for the Wall Street Journal. Mike, thanks for being with us.
Happy to be here.
So tell us about what's next in this scandal fallout.
Well, there's a ton that's next. Volkswagen's actually in the process of trying to raise some $22 billion in financing to try to calm investors, show some strength and brace for the fallout. But you have investigations all over the world in the EU, EPA, California Air Resources Board, Department of Justice. Volkswagen really under it in that regard, and that doesn't even account for litigation, class actions all over the U.S., and we haven't even talked about what's happening to their sales and the revenue component of that.
Yeah, so what do November sales say about VW's future?
Well, as you said, down 25%, and they said, and it's obvious, they halted sales of these nearly 500,000 vehicles, plus another 85,000 models that the EPA recently alleged also contain this illegal software. So you have these diesel vehicles parked at dealerships, and then there's a further taint to the brand, and you saw big brands like Passat and Jetta down more than 60%, a huge, huge hit. And it shouldn't be happening because the market is booming right now.
Mm-hmm. So in the wake of all of this, what does that mean for regulations? Are there new regulations being put into place for vehicle emissions?
So the EPA and the California Air Resources Board are stepping up their testing. And that's what resulted in this additional 85,000 vehicles getting allegedly caught with defeat devices. They are on the lookout for this software, and they're not telling the automakers exactly how the tests are being performed. So automakers are now really sort of under the microscope when it comes to regulators looking for these things.
What about Volkswagen's luxury car brand, Audi? How is that brand faring?
Audi's actually faring okay. They posted a modest sales gain in November, and it was their 59th month of consecutive record sales in the U.S. So doing okay, but they're not out of the woods at all. This 85,000 vehicles that I just mentioned contain an engine manufactured by Audi. So that engine has now been really swept into the center of this scandal and is really getting a lot of scrutiny. So there's some tainted brand issues there as well. But so far, Audi holding up okay.
And we should mention that Volkswagen issued a statement reacting to all of this, essentially. The statement reads, Volkswagen is working tirelessly on an approved remedy for the affected diesel vehicles. During this time, we would like to thank our dealers and customers for their continued patience and loyalty. But bottom line here, Mike, you know, when you talk about trust and brand, I mean, something like this has the potential, the damage and the fallout has the potential to last for many, many years.
Well, absolutely. And that statement thanking their dealers and their customers for patience, they're running out of patience. Dealerships have these diesel models parked on their lots. Customers got a goodwill package recently from Volkswagen, $1,000, 3 years of roadside service. Some of them are not happy about that, don't think it's enough, want Volkswagen to buy back their vehicles. Senators Ed Markey and Richard Blumenthal panned that offer as not nearly enough.
All right. Mike Spector with the Wall Street Journal. Thank you so much for that.